Hello everyone and welcome. So today we're going to be discussing my Longchamp collection. Interested to see what all I have? Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Caleb and on here you're going to find a lot of things like luxury shopping, reveals, reviews, unboxings, luxury travel, and all things tied to anything that has to do with life and style. So if that's something you're into, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell icon so that way you're notified when I post new content every Wednesday and Sunday morning, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this. So over on my Instagram, I set out a poll. I was going to either show two things today. I was either going to do my Coach mini signature collection from the factory way back 12, almost 15 years ago at this point. I was huge into that, but that's for another video. Or I was going to share with you my Longchamp collection. So on Instagram, I put up a poll saying, vote which one, and Longchamp won by, I think, 1 or 2 votes. So today we're going to be doing Longchamp. Now, if you don't already follow me over on Instagram, now's a great time to go over and check me out. Well, wait till the video's done, but you can find me at caleb.snell.designer, and I will link that down at the bottom for you. I'm not going to lie, I got 4 hours of sleep last night. I am literally so exhausted I could pass out right now. It's actually after midnight right now as I'm filming this. As you can tell behind me, it's very dark. I've been very busy this week, but I want to make sure to get you guys a video tomorrow, or on Sunday. Well, I guess it's technically Saturday morning now. So here we are. We're going to be looking at my Longchamp collection. Lucky for me, it is not very big, as you can tell. I am missing like a valet tray and I think a lock for this bag, but you've seen a tray and you've seen a lock, so who wants to see that today? Now, when it comes to Longchamp, I have a very special rule. Obviously, it doesn't apply to small goods. I just pick those up at the outlet, which is literally 10 minutes away. Good for me, also bad for my wallet. But when it comes to the Longchamp bags, I've started a tradition back to our first trip to Paris in 2016. I only purchased the bags in Europe as kind of like, as a fun souvenir. Literally in Europe, you can find a Longchamp boutique in any town or village, it seems like. And I always like to just kind of treat myself while we're there and maybe pick up something utilitarian that I need on the trip, which is what happened in these two instances. Well, let's just get into it. So, all right. So first things first, let's discuss small leather goods. So the most utilitarian piece in my collection, both contemporary and high-end luxury items, is this coin purse. Now you're thinking to yourself like, okay, Caleb, why do you have such a big coin purse? So I bought this at the Chicago Rosemont outlet. Didn't buy it during this specific trip, but links down below for my recent Rosemont shopping trips. There's a few. And I bought this specifically to use in Europe. So what I love so much about this little coin purse is the fact that it's so big. Europe seems to be very coin-centric as far as their currency goes, so this is big enough. You can literally throw it all in there. The interior is a light lining, so you can just see everything at a glance. Fish out what you need, bing, bang, boom, done. And it's so cute. So it's in the original style, which means it's going to have classic nylon with the tan, the British tan trim. Well, is this British tan? It's technically a French company. Roll with it. Who cares? And the hardware is gold. Unfortunately, none of the rest of my collection has gold hardware. What can you do? I used to be a real stickler for matching my hardware between my bag and my small leather goods. Like if the bag was gold, SLGs had to have gold. If the bag was silver or ruthenium, same for the SLGs. Not so much anymore. No one's like looking in your bag and trying to judge you and clock you for having mismatched hardware. It's 2021. Get over it if you still do. Yes, super cute purchase. I think you can purchase this for $60 USD here in the States, or at the outlets, it might be like 35 or 40. You might even be able to get it on sale. And yeah, super cute piece. I think this color is sunflower or goldenrod, something, maybe mustard. I don't know, some shade of yellow. Now this next piece I am totally guilty of not using yet. This is just a cute suede pouch. It's kind of in a teal turquoise color, I suppose. And it definitely leans a little bit more green. Maybe it's juniper. I don't know. You can see it. What color do you guys think that is? Anyway, so I bought this to use in the fall, and I don't know, I just haven't used it yet. I have over 30 truly designer bags in my collection, so I hate to say it, but I really don't get to my Longchamp pouch or my Coach pouch as often as I would like. I still think it's super cute. I love anything with a tassel, so of course I saw that and was like, sold. I didn't have anything suede in my bag collection, so this kind of fits that bill. And I just love that it's shapeless, and it is big enough to fit the pro-sized phones. I did try that out in store, and the strap is removable. It has ruthenium hardware, and it's very just classic, chic, kind of a grab and go situation. I mean, it's even a nice size where you could put it in like some of your larger totes if you're just looking to organize. And I mean, look at that. That is just phenomenal. Maybe I'll use this fall. Still smells brand new, and just a beautiful green lining, the Longchamp signature. What did I pay? Maybe 60 USD at the outlet. This was another local outlet purchase. Again, links down below. And I love going to the Longchamp outlet here in the States. It's so much fun. The people that work there, they just make it a good experience. We pop in from time to time and pick up Zane's mom a Le Pliage backpack. She loves using those because they're lightweight. She can just kind of throw them on her shoulder, pack them flat for trips. So we've gotten her those in a couple different colors, and it's just fun whenever we go in. So yeah, that is my suede pouch with the tassel. Okay, so to preface my bag purchases from Europe, so this all started in 2016. How do I say this delicately? So that year I was working a different type of job than I'm used to, and I wasn't making as much money, and I had scrimped and saved just to go to Europe in the first place. I couldn't afford to go to any of the designer boutiques and like purchase any like Louis Vuitton, Hermès, Goyard, and I was like, I'm in France, I have to buy something, you know, from one of the houses. We happened to be at Lottery for dinner. There's a Longchamp store just a block away, right across the street from the Louis Vuitton. So we popped into Louis. I think we waited for, oh my God, maybe 30-40 minutes. Like, it was nearly to closing, and we just walked around the store. Gorgeous store there on the Champs-Élysées. And then we popped across the street to the Longchamp, and that is where I purchased my first Longchamp Le Pliage piece. So this is the briefcase, and I can't remember what we paid in euros back at the time. Like, that was what, almost 6 years ago. I think you can get this in the States for maybe 120, 160, if even. Like, it's really not that much. It's on the more affordable price point end of their offerings, which at the time I needed because I wasn't really making as much money. The essay, you could tell he was a little annoyed with me. I wanted to find a made in France piece for my first bag, and I wanted something in black that I could, carry for work or throw our MacBook in. He, obliged and went through the entire stack, opening all the bags just to see which one was made in France, because I think with Longchamp, you get some from China, you get some from here, you get some from there, and a few are still made in France, or they were at the time. Don't quote me on that, because I don't really check anymore now that I have one of the French ones. This was my first piece, and of course, being that it's in euros, I think I got a little bit of money back. So that trip we went to 2016. So we first started out in Amsterdam. Absolutely loved the Netherlands. Gorgeous country, just beautiful all around. I loved the people, loved the food, loved the atmosphere. I would, be very happy living in Amsterdam one day. And then we went over to Belgium. We shopped in Brussels and explored Brussels and whatnot. And then we went down to Paris and ended our trip there. So the reason that we were in Europe in the first place, so it was Zane and I's 10th anniversary. And right after we had dinner at Lottery and purchased this, went to Louis Vuitton, we went to the Parc de Butte-Chaumont, and that's where he proposed. We have been engaged now for 5 years. We still haven't gotten married. We're very busy, but we'll get to it eventually. Super special night, and I will never get rid of this bag because whenever I look at it, it was just such a magical night in Paris, and I don't know, it's a good memory. So that was my first step into Longchamp and a special time in Paris. All right, so my next bag I actually purchased in Venice. So in 2018, we went to Italy. We did mostly northern Italy. We started out in Rome. We went over to Florence, and then we ended our trip in Venice, which I absolutely fell in love with. It was during the Venice Film Festival that year, so we did get to see a few celebrities and movie stars out and about in the crowd. Anyway, so one afternoon we're in St. Mark's Square, and it starts like a torrential downpour. We don't have umbrellas. We don't have ponchos. I'm carrying my Louis Vuitton Tyga Reporter PM, which you can see in my luggage video, link down below. And I'm getting drenched, Zane's getting drenched, and literally there's a Longchamp store right in the back corner. So we just book it in, A, to get out of the rain, B, I hadn't bought a Longchamp yet, and I was like, okay, our trip's coming to an end, better pick one up. So we pop in, Zane buys an umbrella, which he still uses all the time to this day, and to help save my Louis Vuitton bag from the rain, I purchased this one. So this bag is amazing for travel. I use it whenever we go anywhere. Typically on the plane, I'll throw like my actual bag in there, some jewelry, maybe a pair of shoes if I, want to keep a close eye on them. And I use this as my personal item, and I can easily, pack it down, throw it under the seat in front of me. Super convenient. Also, this one has the ability to lock right here on the tab. Essentially just fit the lock through there and then around the zipper pull, and then it's secure for travel. I haven't used the lock yet, but I have it. And this is such a fun piece. So for those of you who know and are familiar with Longchamp, I'm not going to show you because all these are stuffed just so they're pretty on camera, but essentially you can fold them down flat. So essentially this button would then, once it's all folded down, would fit underneath this flap, and you would literally have a square like yay big, and it fits right into your suitcase. So if you're traveling and you need like another bag for, you know, Zane and I are huge shoppers when we're in Europe, like to the point where we have to buy like 3 or 4 pieces of luggage just to bring everything back. We have a problem. These come in handy. So typically, you know, I'll start out the trip, you know, this on the plane has my Louis Vuitton or whatever bag that I'm carrying on the plane and some things. And then on the way back, I usually have it stuffed with souvenirs. Of course, my bag. I've got my passport up here in this top pocket so that way I can get through TSA pretty easily. They're just such convenient bags, and they're made, you know, they're made to last. They're not at an exorbitant price point, so you know you're not afraid to use them. Now, my one complaint, and it's probably my fault, but the corners on this one do show a little bit more wear than say my other pieces. But again, I literally carry this anytime we're out of town. I picked this olive green because it matches my Taiga luggage perfectly. Again, link down below for my Louis Vuitton luggage collection. So this can easily just kind of like slip in and look right at home with my Louis Vuitton, and it kind of has the same textured green leather here. Oh, if you're wondering, so there's 2 different styles. So this and this piece are both Le Pliage original. This is going to be from the Le Pliage Club collection. That means that the trim pieces and the leather are going to be the same as the body color. So it kind of blends in a little bit more aesthetically, in my opinion. I prefer kind of the club pieces, I think, over the original. That's a lie. I like both. I just happen to buy more club pieces, I guess. And typically they'll do like a fun secondary color for like your button front and the glazing on the handles and around the edges. This one just happens to be orange, which ties in nicely to the Longchamp jockey. So this one, I want to say it's the size large, and again, beautifully constructed, fits anything you could possibly need it to. And of course there's the slip pocket on the inside that's right here, and you can slip your passport in there, some bills, whatnot. And if you don't really need it at the start of your trip, pack it flat, throw it in your suitcase, and then as you're shopping and you need more room, unfold it and fill it up. All right, so this brings us to my last piece in the collection. So this one, we were in Germany for Christmas 2019. Unfortunately, that was our last big trip before COVID hit. Thank goodness we went right before COVID hit. I couldn't imagine. I'm just ready to go on another vacation. Anyway, we went to Germany, and oh my gosh, where did we go? We went to Munich, Stuttgart, Dresden, Berlin. We went to a few big cities, and I believe I purchased this in... Zane, where did I purchase this one? The acid green one from Germany? Stuttgart.
Yeah, because wasn't there like a root one?
Yeah, which one was that in? No, I bought this in Munich, because I went across the street from Louis.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the root one was in Nuremberg.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Okay, so this one I actually purchased in Munich. So when we went to Germany, we went to Nuremberg at the earlier part of our trip, and I popped into the Longchamp there, and they were just kind of rude, not gonna lie. I was recently talking to Nick from, I think, NJ Snell, link down below for his channel. He was talking about his wonderful Longchamp experiences, and I was like, hey, my only bad one was in Germany. I don't know, just sometimes like you go into a boutique and they're just kind of rude and snotty, which is not the norm for Longchamp. Normally it's a ton of fun when you go in, and they're just like silly, and it's a good experience. But for some reason they were just like eyeing me weird, and it was just really uncomfortable. So we split out of there, and then when we got to Munich, this was the night before I bought the Palace bag. So we went to Louis Vuitton's flagship there in Munich. If you've heard the story 1,000 times, I'm sorry. Link down below for the Palace video. I know I talk about it there. So we shopped at Louis Vuitton. I fell in love with something. Again, link down below. I was like, oh my god, I'm so guilty. I can't buy that. So I went across the street to Longchamp, which was beautifully decorated for the holidays. You guys, if you can make it to Germany for Christmas, hands down, one of my favorite trips. The Christmas markets, just the atmosphere, the people, the weather, the food. Oh my god, the food was amazing at all the little Christmas markets. Such a fun time. I really loved our stay in Germany, and I cannot wait to go back. Not that we have anything planned, but eventually, once we can travel again. Oh, so then I popped over the street at Longchamp, purchased a few things. I think I got my bag, we got Zane's mom a backpack, and then the next day I went to Louis Vuitton and bought the bag anyway, so I ended up spending more than I should have. Well, I mean, not true, but I did spend a lot. So this is the final piece in my collection, and by far I think the most useful. So this one, oh my god, it's full of my shoes right now. I used it for moving. This big daddy is the Le Pliage Extendable travel bag. So when it's not extended, it's actually the same size as my large tote. And then this zipper here lets it pop up, and then you get all this much more room. So literally by the time we left Munich and went through Stuttgart, this was already full. That's how much we shop. Like I said, typically we have to buy like 2, 3, maybe 4 rolling bags just to bring everything back home like the night before. And it's a huge hassle, but this really came in handy, and I love this bag. My biggest regret is buying it in such a light color. I'm actually terrified to use this one because I absolutely love the acid green, and I'm just afraid of setting it down and, I need to trim some stitches, setting it down and getting the bottom dirty or, rubbing on the corners. But I absolutely love this bag. So this one also comes with an extendable shoulder strap, so you can literally throw it right on your shoulder. Super easy. They're lightweight. I mean, the majority of the weight in here is from my shoes from, moving. Zane used this as a shoe bag for some of my shoes. I have over 45 pairs of shoes, so moving all that from one apartment to the other, huge pain in the butt. Anyway, so this bag, just like any other Longchamp, you have the pocket back here, great for IDs. You have this button here, which, it looks extreme, but by the time you zip it up, fold it up again, you just have a little square of a bag that you can slip inside your bigger luggage. And being that it's from the club collection, you have the body color leather and trim. This one has a kind of a ruthenium button that matches the gray on the jockey and of course the gray on the piping, if you guys can see that. Now, this one I don't think you can lock technically. I'm sure you could rig it to, would I? Probably not. So I wouldn't put anything terribly valuable in here. But again, such a fun bag. And keeping with my tradition of buying Longchamp for myself when we're in Europe, it's just a lot of fun. Again, I started when I really couldn't afford much. Now I still collect them. All right, guys. Sorry it's such a quick video, a little bit of a rambly video, but I hope you had fun. If you don't already follow me over on Instagram, make sure you do, because I post, polls, fun things. I like to interact with everybody, so follow me over on there. Same name over on TikTok, caleb.snell.designer. Again, I don't post over there, but I love watching TikToks. And yeah, I guess that's enough rambling. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.